Okay, so now it's time for our lessons learned and our tips. And this is going to be based off the movie that we all just watched, and it's called, what is it called?
No Strings Attached.
Right,
Yeah, No Strings
right.
Attached.
Right, Janet.
I know I kept forgetting myself all week. What are we saying again? No strings attached. So I guess my tips and lessons learned from the movie is that, so let me kind of give a little background. And of course, this might be a spoiler for those that haven't seen the movie, but so this girl and this guy, they were, I guess, known each other forever, and they get together and they decide to just have a physical relationship.
Right.
And they don't want to get, mostly the girl does not want to get connected to the guy. And of
Yeah,
course,
the guy was totally willing.
yeah, but which is kind of
Backwards
yeah.
from what the most of the stories are, but yes.
Yeah, right. So she was like, no, I don't want to get close. And so she ends up, the guy starts having feelings. And so basically, they keep doing it a lot.
She had feelings too, she just kept them behind the heart wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did, and as soon as she realized that she had feelings, she broke it off.
Right.
Pulled away.
Right. And then, of course, in the end, she decided to feel. And she professed her love for him, and then they were together, and everything was happy.
Right.
So
Janet,
a predictable movie, but still.
Right. So what are the lessons learned from that?
Yeah. So the thing about I got is that she wasn't willing to feel. She didn't want to have any feelings. She just wanted to have her nice, I guess, feeling down there, like only sex stuff. But she didn't want to have like her feelings, her emotions, feelings, I guess is the way. And so she was not willing to even have, she wanted no emotion. She didn't want the love because she didn't want the pain. And I think that's really what it was. She didn't want to have the pain of,
You're summarizing the movie still. What is
I
your
am?
top thought and tip?
But that's what I'm saying. She just didn't want to have the pain. And so she wasn't willing to have any feelings at all. So that's what I say is you need to have the feelings. And then, kind of like, all of us have had children. You remember the horrible pain that we went through to have children?
I had an epidural. I had a great time.
Okay, well, do you remember, did you have...
Yes, before the epidural, I was standing on the bed going, give me the epidural now.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
So it hurt like hell. But you know what? Do you really remember the pain?
I forgot.
I remember dancing on the bed, yelling at somebody, yeah.
Well, so really, you forget about the pain. So, but the joy of what we have now in our lives is really worth the pain. So that's kind of my analogy to, you have fleeting moments of bad pain, but it always comes out to the good stuff. So to be going to the good stuff and be willing to feel so that you can actually have love in your life. So that's mine.
Okay, so my tip is, if you're gonna have casual sex, which, if you're on a long hiatus from meeting the Mr. Fabulous, you probably are gonna do that. So just make sure you write down why you don't want to have a permanent relationship with him and visit it often, and just make sure you don't start having feelings for him, because if you do, that is going to start getting in the way of you finding the person who might be your ideal mate. So I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying be very cognizant and aware of why you're doing it and why the person you're doing it with is not the guy for you. And you'll then, when you do see the guy that's you, ditch Mr. Casual. They're going to get mad. It's not going to be easy.
Well, and then you have some experience with that, don't you?
Yes, I do. He's real mad about it. And I'm like, dude, you're the one who told me. So it's very funny. But so I'm like, okay, no problem. And, but I didn't think he was a casual person. I really kind of liked him. And he told me that. I'm like, well, this will be our last date. And that really threw him for a loop. Anyway, so I'm just saying, you just have to be real honest with yourself, real honest with the person you're with, and then pay attention to how you're feeling. And if your feelings change, you need to discuss it with the person, because it's not gonna, you need to stay on the same page at all times in that sort of a situation, because somebody could get hurt. That's my point.
Okay, great. Michelle?
Normally I would say, if a woman is wanting to get into a situation like that, think like a man. However, after seeing that movie, if you think like that man, then you're going to be the one that gets hurt. But I don't know. I've always thought of things like that as somebody's going to get hurt. Just expect that it could be you. Go into it.
You got a 50-50 chance.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. And that's it. Kind of both. A little bit of both. What you both said.
Cool. Well, great.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We've had a great time. I'm Karen.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're the Dating Divas. Until next time.